demonstrator from the UK, and this is part 2 of the ink stamp share block hop, and I am making a box for my tea lights. Part 1 I made this cute little matchbox, and I'm going to carry on with the box. So I'm using the Sailing Home as I did before. I'm using Amazing Life this time as well. I have some candles, I have 4 of these. I'm using the 3/4 inch punch, and then I have some paper here. So these are some of the papers I'm going to be using. So I have black and white. These are both the same size. They're 26.8 by 8.5 centimetres. One's for the base, one's for the lid. And then I have these 2 pieces here, and these are 4.3 by 21.6. We need 2 of those in black. And then I have another piece of black here, and this is 22.5 by 4 centimetres. And this is going to go on the top of our box. So this is already decorated. If you've watched the Matchbox one, you'll see the technique I was using. I was using the chalkboard technique. I've used the these little swirly bits from Amazing Life, and then all of the others, oh, and these little bits at the end, they're from Amazing Life. All the others are from the Sailing Home. Done exactly the same technique. And I've also stamped the compass from Sailing Home. Is it Sailing Home? Yeah, from Sailing Home. And I've heat embossed it with white. And I'm going to put that there. And we're going to do that now. So what I'm going to do, I've got my little crocodile here. And on the small hole, I'm just going to put a hole in the middle there. So the middle of the compass, there's a circle, and I am putting a hole in the middle of my circle. I have the hole in the centre of my compass. I have dimensionals on the back, just around the edge there. So with the Sailing Home framelits, there's this cute little hand, like compass hand, and I've cut it out in black, and I'm going to place that on here and put my little silver brad through both of them. So I've put my little compass hand there, and on the back I've just put the brad through both the holes and spread it out there. I've taken the backing off of my dimensional, and I'm just going to stick this into the centre of my card. And that is going to go on the top of our box. We're going to do our scoring now. So I'm going to start with my Whisper White piece. This is going to be the base of our box, and all we need to do is score at 2 centimetres . All the way round the box. So there's the base of the box done. And we're going to do the same with the black piece, which is going to be the lid of our box. But this time we're going to score just under 2 centimetres. So there's our 2 centimetres on the right hand side there. And we're not going to 1.9, we're going in between 1.9 and 2. And we're going to score. Again, we need to do that on all 4 sides, and that's that one done. Now we have our other 2 pieces here. Now, these are both the 21.6 by 4.3, and we are going to do a little bit of scoring here. I will put these measurements on my blog post so you don't have to remember them. So we're starting at 4.2, and then 6, 7.8, 11.6, 13.4, 15.2. And I know they're a little bit unusual, so all the measurements will be on my blog post. If you look in the description below, you'll be able to link to my blog post. And you need to do the same measurements on both pieces. I have my two pieces here, and I have these two pieces at the same size. Now we are actually going to be sticking one on top of the other, but before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of stamping if you want to. So I brought in my anchor, my rope and my little birds, and I'm just going to be doing some stamping in the Whisper White again. I'm going to put the anchor on my first square. Now these two are going to be stuck together like this, so my last square will be on the other piece, like that. And then we have two small rectangles and another square. I'm going to stamp my birds in that square, and the same on the other side. So two rectangles and then the square. And then the last one, the rope, I'm going to score on the largest piece here, and we only need to do that once. And I'm then going to cover those in white embossing powder and heat them. I've heat embossed these, and I've gone over with the white ink in the chalkboard effect, and I'm just putting those to one side to dry, and then we will fold. I'll show you how to fold those. Meanwhile, I'm going to fold and burnish my lid and my base. Okay, so I've burnished all of these. I've also cut the base, and I'm going to show you the top, the lid, because it's exactly the same as the other one, except we are going to, on each edge, we're going to put a little half circle with our 3/4 inch circle punch here. And that is just so we can get our fingers in there to open it. And then we are going to do some cutting. So this is quite simple. We're just going to cut up these little score lines here. So we're making little square tabs. Do all 4 of those. And then we are making these into little tabs by just making a little wedge out of each side. And you need to do that on all 4 corners. I've put tear and tape on each one of my corners, and this is on the outside of the lid. So when it folds in, it's going to be like that. And we're now going to take the backing off of our tear and tape. Now we have the backing off, we're just going to fold that in and fold the corner like this, and then we're going to keep that nice and straight, and we're going to do that on every corner. And then we're going to get inside with our bone folder and just rub on those to make sure they're nice and secure. Okay, so this is going to be the lid of our box. So we are going to get our pre-prepared top, and I'm going to stick that onto the top like that. I've also just gone over the edges with a sponge and some white just to make that all look very chalky. And now we're going to go back to these 2 pieces that we had before. So what we're going to do with these, as you can see, there's a square and 2 rectangles. So the score line in between those 2 rectangles, we need to do this with it. We're doing a sort of concertina effect. So it's going to be like that. And then the other one is the same. So we're going to have them like this, exactly the same with the other 2. And then turn them over get our tear and tape. So we want to get our tear and tape and put them on the back of each one of these little V shapes that we have here. Take the backing off. You could use just some Tombow to do this, and then we're just going to fold them so they stick together. Okay, so then we're going to stick our one with the knot onto the back of this, and I'm going to use a bit of Tombow. There we go. Now we can bring our base in, our white one, and we're going to put this inside here. And I'm just going to put some glue. So once it's in there, it's not moving. Okay, so that's looking quite cute now. And then we have our little matchbox, which we're going to put in here, which we made in part 1. And then I have my lovely, these are pomegranate and fig. They smell lovely. Couldn't find the other two. And these were just from Primark, actually. And then we have our lid, which goes over the top. And there we go. It is quite a snug fit, this lid, but it is good. Actually, if I was making this again, I would put my thumbnails here and here rather than at the end. But it still works. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please hop along with everybody else in the ink stamp share. Go down to the description and you'll find my blog post. And well, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.